Welcome to Married AF. We are your hosts, Brooke and Randall Fowler. On this show, we discuss the topics that really matter.
Like big veiny cocks and our favorite TV shows.
So pull up a chair at our kitchen table and hang out.
While I bulldog my nuts.
Hello.
How you doing, dick suckers?
Man, we got new fancy headphones that feel glorious on my dome.
She said dome, not dong.
Did that sound like dong?
Yes.
Sorry. Was that like my southern accent or something?
Not her dong at all.
I don't have one of those. Sorry. The other headphones we had squeezed the fuck out of both of our heads and would give me a giant headache.
Yeah, significant upgrade here to the studio with these.
With new headphones,
the headphones cost about as much as all of our other shit prior.
Yeah, well, I got a little extra money from a award that I won at work and bought an Amazon gift card with it, and voila.
Yeah, I don't see these needing to be upgraded for a long time. They're super nice. Way better. We had the old bottom of the barrel. I mean, they were fine. They were beginner Behringer head squeezers. And these are, I believe they're called Sony professional podcaster model.
I don't know. They're Sony professional
90s.
Something. They say studio monitor on them. I don't know. They're fucking comfortable though. That's all.
They're only for the best of the best of podcasters.
I really am going to enjoy not getting my head squeezed in a vice.
No, it really, those would get bad during longer podcasts for sure.
Yeah, and especially
I'd be taking them off.
Like with my glasses too, I'd definitely have to take my glasses off about an hour in because it would squeeze my glasses into the side of my head. So, yay for new stuff.
Well, right about now, our buddies over at Drinks with Larry should be talking to old Mark Buff Bagwell.
Marcus Buff Bagwell.
Marcus Alexander Bagwell.
Yep.
A.K.A. Buff.
Yep.
A.K.A. Buffle Tits.
Yeah.
Or Mark.
Or just Mark. I don't know if Buffle Tits is something that he'd roll with it though. And Spunk Lube episode brought to you by, which this one is definitely.
Are you dyslexic? Did you know? Spunk Lube episode brought to you by.
I looked at it and said it. It was very.
Said it in reverse.
Like Yoda.
Spunk Lube episode brought to you by. You couldn't do that again if you tried. Sorry. But great promo.
Yes. Well, I was going to say this episode is a great one to mention that all of our episodes are brought to you by Spunk Lube, but this one in particular because we chatted. Well, we had Melissa on kind of like as a third host. Yeah,
I wouldn't even say as a guest. I can see it was like having a third host, almost big boy and me out of the way with two ladies, which is great.
And we went through a bunch of questions that came in that we didn't. When did we not get to them? You said they were left over from some.
Some of them were left over. Some of them were new. Okay. A couple of them are people that we actually know. Yeah,
you're gonna have to tell me the skinny on who said
which
what.
Which is surprising, but not surprising because we know them, and once I tell you who it is, it'll make sense with their question.
For sure, but it was a lot of relationship and sex questions. I think I surprised Randall with a few of my answers.
Both of y'all did, actually, and that's what I enjoyed about it. You never know, what people are thinking in some of these crazy scenarios, because it's not scenarios you run through your head every day.
No. So
it's cool to hear people's honest, especially when it's not about them, so they can be honest and candid and just say what they would or wouldn't do. You can always be off the mark a bit, but it made me even enjoy Melissa even more. We both love her to death, but she actually cut loose with us and got a little nasty and funny at the same time. I mean, she
fits right in with us.
What a catch. I mean, she's like an older version of you. She's smart, pretty lady, can get fancy, and then she got down in the gutter with us too. Gotta love that.
Well, that's pretty much me, yeah.
Yeah. That's what I said. She's just an older version. I love it.
She could easily be like a fourth or sixth sister.
Yeah, she took a shot with us.
Oh, yeah, speaking of, we need to do our shots.
Which is always a sign of awesomeness. Yep, we got to do it.
I can reach you
even
right
though
now.
we did another shot at our show last night, this is a different day, so technically we must partake.
Oh, God.
Don't even bother me anymore, bitches.
I hate it so much.
Likey.
I hate it so much.
I'm kidding, I don't
Oh,
like
and I listened to the 100th. Oh, God. I listened to the Brand X 100th episode.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, that was pretty funny that John said, you're going to hear how much I hate it. And, yeah, Deuce was like, I listened to it. He didn't say, what I thought was funny was that I don't know if he particularly likes our show or not, because he was just like, I listened to 3 episodes. Mm-hmm. Yes, I listened to it. He didn't want to say one way or the other, I don't think.
And John said, what do you think? And his only answer was, it sounds better.
It sounds better, that's right, yeah.
So he may not be his cup of tea. That's fine.
No, it's just funny.
He's being nice. It's not going to make me like Deuce any less.
I know. I like him a whole lot. But I guess just part of me was like, come on, man. Like me.
Yeah, but John is the more like savvy...
Yes.
Relationship guider, you know. I think Deuce is just gonna be like he is. So it's better that if he's just it sounds better. And if he listens, that's great. But I don't want to pressure him.
As long as John keeps listening, that's all that matters.
John, I mean, I love John just as much as Deuce. Mm-hmm. So yeah, absolutely. But I was very proud of their 100th episode.
Yeah, it was fun.
Went long for them, and doing it live was pretty fucking cool. I got to be honest, how the chat room and watching everybody interact with them was pretty
So you
dope.
were in there, but you couldn't chat?
I wasn't logged in, signed in, so I couldn't post questions.
We don't have a account with Spreaker. You would have had to create an account.
I think we do, but I don't remember it, and I didn't have time to go out and then come back in because they were wrapping up when I got on.
Yeah.
It was toward the end, so I didn't want to just miss it.
Yeah.
Had I known and fucked around and made sure about the account and shit, then I could have been in there.
That's a tough time frame that was right in the hot zone of getting finishing dinner and getting Gunner ready for bed, because you said it but that was a good episode. I liked it today, just because I like all their episodes.
I got an update though I hadn't told you yet, but I was talking to Jody B on the phone earlier when you were gone. He called.
Oh, again? Because we talked to him, was it last night?
Yeah, but he had just finished listening to our last episode, and he texted me about the tattoo bet. And it was just like, hey man, I got a idea or a thought on your tattoo bet. Can I give you a call? And I was like, of course, man, he's so nice. He's like, can I call? Like, he has kids. He doesn't want to bug him. But I was like, man, call anytime.
Just don't expect me to answer.
I'll answer if I can. I'll answer Jody's, because I know, for one.
Well, especially if he asks. That's why he's asking ahead of time, probably, because he probably picks up on the fact that you're not.
Well, he's probably the same way. So he knows if someone's actually going to talk, he needs to preemptively prepare that. But anyway, so he called. And he was, loving the tattoo bet. And he was like, man, but I think, you guys have already been there, done that. To change it up, you should talk to the tattoo guy since y'all know him. See if you can find a way to have it to where you guys, in the wager, your deal is that you do the other person's tattoo.
No.
Like you do it with the gun.
Oh.
Which was, I thought was genius.
It is genius, but fuck me.
It was funny.
Jody.
No, I liked it.
Shut the fuck up,
and
man.
I'm on board.
Are you drawing on the table?
No, I'm drawing on my mic stand.
Oh, okay.
I've already started a design.
That's fine. I just didn't want you to draw on the table.
I'm totally on board with it, and I thought about it. I told him I'd run it by you on the air. But
I mean,
I think how I want to do that.
Well, you'd be down with it because you think I'd be okay at doing it.
I want to do it the only way. I want to put it in as an additional ramification for me to lose, not for you. If you lose, I want a pro to do it on you. But if I lose, I'm totally okay with you doing my tattoo. For one, because if it's ugly, I'm a big ugly guy.
I don't know if we can do that legally, like at his tattoo shop.
No, he would have to come here. I'll talk to Richard about it and run it by him. But I'm just saying, I told Jody, and I don't want to seem like I'm a liar, that I was in for both. But after I thought about it, I'm totally in to where if I lose, you do mine.
You don't want to have a shitty tattoo on me.
I don't want to hurt you, for one. You can hurt me. You can't hurt me.
Well, you're made of concrete.
Because all kind of reasons. Because I'm the man.
Because you're so manly. I
fucking
can't.
Shit. But number 2, I don't want you to have an ugly tattoo. I don't want to hurt you.
Yeah.
And I couldn't do anything that made you bleed. So
baby.
I just couldn't do it. I was thinking about it. But I want you to do mine if I lose, because I have never lost a bet to you.
Yeah.
Every bet we've ever done, I went back through my bank.
Ever.
You've lost.
You are batting 1,000 million.
It's not just Alabama. It's been LSU, Alabama, Georgia, Alabama.
No. It's always Alabama.
Well, yeah, but it's not just the Georgia. It's been Georgia. It's been LSU.
It's Georgia and LSU. Every time we bet, my team loses. We haven't. I mean, that's the only time. But it's back. Was the first one the silly string bet?
Yeah, that was the first with ramifications.
Yeah, that was Georgia, because I remember it was me and Perry and Casey Wolf all lined up in the backyard getting silly string by Griffin.
Yep.
And then there was an LSU one. Yeah, I mean, it's stupid.
There's been 2 or 3 LSU ones.
Yeah. Well, because LSU and Alabama play every single year. Georgia
we
and
always
Alabama
do small bets on that game.
Right, because they do play every single year because they're in the West.
And it's always a good game.
Always a good game.
Usually.
Georgia and Alabama don't play very often, but I could hear that in the microphone. I mean, in my headphones.
Yeah, I heard.
So stop.
No, but I love the idea for me. For one, and another reason is, yes, I even told him, because you are artistic. And if you got a stencil made, you could at least trace it.
Well, you don't go in there you draw something, put a stencil on, and then you're tracing it on the skin. I mean, it's not,
I would love
it's not like I'm just going in there with a tattoo
see
needle.
how good you could be. Because if it's shitty, I've got shitty tattoos. You don't really have shitty tattoos. I've got a couple of shitty prison-like tattoos. So I'm fine with it. I agree with Jody. I think it's a great fucking idea. I'm game. I just can't do it to you.
I like it, and I agree. I mean, I would let you do it to me, but I would be nervous.
But I couldn't do it. I just couldn't. I can't even lie, and I don't want to set a precedent like I could and be all cool and have to back out of it.
Well, and trust me, I'm like, I would let you do it, but I'm like,
I just don't want to.
Just not because I do. You've gotten way better in your artistic ability over the years.
I've got nerve damage in both hands. From my neck. I mean, it's just not a good idea. I can't
nightmare.
Feel on some tip. I don't know how deep I would be. And then 2, I would never forgive myself, because no matter if it was a bet or not, if I did something that made you bleed intentionally, I would feel like shit.
Tattoos always make you bleed.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. I get it.
It's a different thing. Okay. I feel like deep somewhere in my head, I was an abuser, even though I'm not. So let's just do it to me.
The internet was right.
So let's just put the bet. It only applies if
Where would you get it? On your forearm somewhere? Or?
Anywhere. I would be willing, if I lose.
On your neck.
I'm down to put it somewhere good. So we could put it.
I want it to be visible. Yeah.
To fill out my right.
Well, that's where
sleeve.
You were going to do the G, right? If Georgia would have won. Yeah, I think you were going to do it somewhere. I don't know. But
you could do like the 337 straight down.
Well, that's what I was thinking, doing 209 down the back of my arm, that like next to where the elephant is, you know?
Yeah. FYI, even if Brooke wins, she might get a 209 tattoo. Just because these are like memories. If Richard's here,
I'll be like, just go ahead and
there's a big probability of like, you know what? I think that 209 would look good down the back of my tricep.
Guys, spoiler alert, I like tattoos.
So just be prepared.
I like tattoos.
That's how little... It really doesn't hurt her feelings to get a tattoo. So as big as this bet sounds to others,
but
we just don't care.
A lot of people really care about getting a tattoo, and this was my thought process at first, because I got my first tattoo when I was 20, so 19 years ago, guys. 19 years ago, I got my first tattoo.
Mine was more than that.
I know. You were like 17.
Yeah.
But it's still crazy to think that was 19 years ago. But that was my mindset back then. And for several years was like, I only want to get tattoos of things that mean something and that blah, blah, blah. And sure, like, for the most part, I do. But I also have like a peacock and orchids like on my arm that doesn't mean anything. It's just pretty. And then, I've got an elephant with but then like, so now it's like evolving into like memories more.
Well, no, I think it's even better. I agree with you. Everyone starts out with my shit. It all means something, bro. It's my, this represents my grandma.
Well, because the first
this is my buddy, and he liked bears, so I have a bear.
Well, the first one I got is that Scottish thistle on my back. I mean, besides the ones when I was actually, my very first tattoo was when I was 13. The one I did myself. Stop drawing on that because I can hear it.
Never.
But it's the one that I did a star on my boob when I was 13.
Yeah.
But then
had to have covered up for you.
Right. And then got one on the other boob.
It was dog shit.
Oh, it was terrible. But I was 13 and I did it myself.
And I'm just saying, it was awesome. I wish y'all could.
Do you have one that you did yourself?
No. But it was so... It was so jailhouse. I respect it. I remember it.
Well, and the tattoo artist was even like, how long ago did you do this? I was like, fuck. At that point, it was like 15, 20 years. But he was like, that's impressive. Because a lot of people don't, when they do their own tattoos like that, they don't go deep enough or whatever. But it was literally like a sewing needle jammed in the end of a pencil with string, like thread wrapped around it. And we were dipping it in Indian ink. And
we may now have to do... if I lose my tattoo with your old school method.
No, fuck no. Because that's one dot at a time. It was literally, I sat there and poke. It was one dot at a time. It was like caveman.
Well, yeah, if we
standard
can't get our hand
jailhouse.
on a tattoo gun.
Well, oh my God. And it would be this big.
Yeah. I think we could talk Richard into...
He seems cool.
If
not, then we'll just do it with him doing it. But
no,
I mean,
tattoo artists can be greased.
And that's all his shit.
I want to see you do one also just for your artistic capability. So
I mean, it could end up dog shit though, baby, because it's not the same kind of medium as
100%.
Pencils or paint.
That does not bother me. I would prefer it. It would be a better story if it ended up looking like dog shit to talk about.
I would be so upset. But I mean, because I know for a fact I tried like spray paint, like back, when in my raver days when I had a bunch of friends that were like taggers and stuff, and so I was like, I'm an artist, give me that spray paint. What? So hard, so fucking hard.
No, that's different. A tattoo
but it's all different.
Is similar to a pen or pencil though. You can hold it like a pencil, and your stroke method when you draw or paint is much better than when you spray paint, because I have seen you spray paint.
It's terrible.
Nothing like when you draw or paint.
Awful.
So it is a medium thing, but it's closer. I think you'd be fine.
It is closer to drawing. You're right.
I'm committing to it right now. I'll put it in. I'll update the contracts to reflect my repercussion only. 100% of the credit for this goes to Jody B.
Well done, sir.
Well done.
That was a great idea. Yeah, because I think because he's right. We hit the ceiling with the stakes. I think. I mean, I don't know what the fuck else we could do.
No, we couldn't really
we're not
without looking. It's old news now,
right?
Because we did that already. But this definitely raises the stakes.
Yeah, I mean,
but I'm still going to win is the sad part, and we're not going to get to see this. It fucking kills me.
It doesn't really matter, anyways. You're right, because I'm going to fucking lose because it is. I can't. How many times have we done it? Do we have like a tally?
No, I was trying to count tonight. I think I've got at least 5 bets.
At least. Fuck,
that we've
put
done that you've lost every time.
Every single time. Is that betting?
I've never had a repercussion of a bet with you ever, because I never lose.
But it's always been Alabama, so let's just see.
Maybe.
We need to start betting more on UFC. I thought we bet on a UFC fight one time, though. But something like little.
I think it was for like a blowjob
like
or something.
Sexual favors, yeah.
It
like,
was a suck me.
But I don't remember. We do that all the time.
I think it really was a suck me, and that would have happened.
We do that
anyway.
anyways, yeah.
But that was, I think, really the bet.
But did I win?
No.
Oh. Of course not.
No.
So, what am I thinking?
But this one, man, I mean, shit. I don't know. I think it's a great fight to bet on.
Yeah. There
is no real it's going to be split down the middle. I think everybody that would pick this fight, so.
Yeah.
I like it. And it's a done deal now. Should I lose? If Nate Diaz loses this fight against Dustin Poirier at UFC 230 on November 6th.
November 3rd, I thought.
No, it's October 3rd is Conor Khabib. November 6th.
Hi.
Or I could have them backwards. It could be November 3rd and October 6th.
I think it's November 3rd because I saw it on something yesterday. But
after that fight, if Nate loses, I will be getting a tattoo of 337 the Lafayette, Louisiana area code done by Brooke.
Which is actually from Abbeville, but it's same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
on air.
near there. Yeah.
Live and recorded previously.
Live and recorded previously. Perfect. November 3rd.
November 3rd.
In Madison Square Garden.
Yep. So, we will see.
Yeah.
But it is official now. There is no turning back.
I mean, Nate Diaz is a good 3 inches taller than Dustin
He's
Poirier.
a good 30 inches taller.
He's not 30 inches
bigger
tall.
than Dustin.
He's significantly taller. They both are towering over Dana White.
All of these guys are smaller than we all think. We see them on TV and we think they're huge.
Well, they fight at 155. So you are 100 pounds more than they are.
Exactly.
100.
Mm-hmm. You're only 20 pounds.
I know.
25 pounds.
25 pounds less than they are.
At the weigh-in. They fight. Nate fights. If he weighs 155 at weigh-ins, he's going to be 180, 185.
He walks around at
190.
190?
200 pounds.
What does Dustin Poirier walk around at? 170?
Now probably 165, 170.
So it's not
he
as
used
bad
to
of
cut to 145.
Yeah.
And it was too much.
Too much. He's looked so much better since he came up.
He doesn't have to cut a whole lot.
Look, I'd say 5 inches max.
You're that hat is giving him another inch and a half.
It's kind of sitting up on his head.
Sitting up on his head. Nate is much taller.
He is. So that means his arms are much longer.
No, Poirier's got a good reach for his height. And they're both southpaws. It's going to be an awesome fight.
Poirier looked like he was punching through Eddie Alvarez's head.
He did. Did you see Eddie Alvarez after the fight?
His punches looked so strong.
Poirier fights. He punches just like Conor McGregor.
Yes.
They have a very straight left hand that will
it's
knock your head off.
It's not bouncing off of their opponent.
No, and it doesn't loop either. It's
right.
They hit you on the end of their punch, which is where all your power is. You want to hit someone on the end of it, not here. And he does. He catches you on the end of his left hand, and if his left hand connects, it drops people.
It looks like it's all but going to go through his body.
But that doesn't work for Diaz. Anyone else, it kills you just like Conor. But Conor's hit Nate with his left, and Nate eats it, spits his teeth out, and keeps walking.
Bleeds profusely, and then chokes him out and makes him go night. So hopefully he won't do that to Poirier.
My prediction is a 5-round war that goes to a decision that's close. And they're both bloodied and a mess, and it's great for both their careers, and no one is a real loser, is what I hope.
I really hope that too, because Dustin's gotten knocked out a couple fights ago. No, not a couple fights ago.
No, he got knocked out by McGregor's the last person to knock. No, Michael Johnson knocked him out, or the ref stopped it a little early, but.
So that worries me a little bit because Diaz
never went 5 rounds.
Yeah.
And he's going to get, Diaz will go 30 rounds. It's a great test for Dustin. And I think I was telling Jody on the phone, even if, say, Dustin loses, this is like a baptism by fire. It's good for his career. He's a young
fight
guy,
Nate Diaz,
and to be in that war.
Yeah. Oh,
and I think it's going to be one of the fights of the year, I hope.
Oh, I think it'll be badass. And Dustin Poirier, he's just such a sweet guy.
I look forward to it way more than Conor and Khabib.
Yeah.
As a fight.
I'm just so annoyed about the Conor. I listened back. I haven't listened to one of our podcasts, shamefully, in a while, and I went and listened back to the Tattoo Bet one. I was fired up about Conor still having the belt, and it still pisses me off to think about it.
Oh, no one else would still have a belt 2 years after the fight.
Oh, it's been more than 2 years.
No, it's been right at 2 years.
Really?
Yeah.
But still, 3 months, and Dana's I
agree with you.
Fuck you.
No one would say you're wrong for feeling that. You're a little fired up.
Stupid, because it's not fair.
Everyone agrees with you, but you don't have to want to kill people. It's totally valid. They would have stripped anyone else.
Yeah, well.
Except their moneymaker. And when Khabib mauls him...
How is he still making them money, though?
Khabib's going to beat him. And
I hope he does.
There's no way I see him beating Khabib.
I like Conor. I've liked his journey and stuff, but I'm kind of done. I think he's just done. I think he needs to be just done. Well, he wants to be just famous now, and
he's got a perfect trajectory. Here's what's going to happen.
He was on fucking Game of Thrones, wasn't he?
I'm taking Nate Diaz. But because I don't want you to always lose bets, I'm okay if Nate loses. So let's go with this scenario that's very possible.
The Khabib-Conor fight? Are we going to bet something on that?
Khabib is going to beat Conor.
Okay.
So let's say Dustin beats Nate. No one is affected negatively because Conor and Nate still have that trilogy that's not for a belt, that's still going to sell a gazillion pay-per-views because everyone wants to see it.
Yeah.
So they're keeping it in their back pocket. So when both these guys lose, they've still got that fight to be next in the middle of next year, and then they're both done. They make all their money in these next two fights, and they're done.
Need to be done. Yeah, Diaz needs to be
Connor's done anyway. He doesn't want to do. He's 2 years. He don't want to fight anymore.
And
he's
after
got,
this
too much money.
Right, and
he's
after
gonna have a shitload.
He's Scrooge McDuck in money right now, and especially after the Mayweather thing.
$100 million. Yeah, he's fine.
He made $100 million to lose.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking incredible.
No, he's gonna be. He'll walk away, and that's the perfect scenario for me. I think for both of them that they get their trilogy.
Yeah,
a huge payday. Nate's gonna get. He wants $15 million to fight Dustin. I bet he'll get between 5 and 7, which is great.
I just want Dustin to get a big payday.
He'll get his first $1 million payday to fight Nate. He deserves it. And this will be his first final $1 million, or his first $1 million.
And he's only like 30.
I think he's 28.
Is he not even 30 yet?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, because he was super young. I think we think.
But he gets his first $1 million and moves on, and then him and Khabib fight, which is awesome for a real belt.
Yes.
And Conor and Nate can finish the trilogy and be done.
Yeah.
That's how I hope it works out, honestly. And I'm taking Nate, which would throw a wrench into the whole thing.
I know. Well,
because then Nate has to fight Khabib, and I'm sorry, I just don't see anyone beating Khabib if he makes weight. He just lays on you and beats you to death for 5 rounds because he wrestled bears when he was a kid. Real bears in Russia. There's video of him as a kid wrestling bears.
A real what?
A real bear.
Like a wild bear.
Google it. His dad had him train with bears.
I don't even know. I mean, I know how to spell Khabib, but Nurmagomedov.
Just type Khabib wrestles bear.
I've got to fucking see this because
he wrestles a bear. He was 8 years old. I'm sorry, but you can't beat that. I don't care.
That's so impressive.
So I just don't see. I know everybody wants to believe Conor, and the only chance Conor has is that he catches Khabib with some.
I just typed in KHAB and Khabib Nurmagomedov like is the first thing that pops up.
Yeah,
that's a lot of consonants in here. All right, Khabib
wrestles bear.
Wrestling bear. Khabib wrestling bear video. Khabib wrestling bear GIF. Holy shit!
He's in a sweet like Nike windsuit.
Yes, in 1997. Holy shit! It's a baby bear. To be fair,
who gives a fuck?
But it's a bear. Holy shit! Oh, it's so cute.
Yeah. He's wrestling a live killing machine.
But the bear's like, yay, let's play.
But when he decides, or if he decides,
sweet fucking tracksuit,
that this isn't fun anymore, you can be dead.
The bear's having fun.
But
Khabib's like, what?
He's working on takedowns, single legs, everything.
Side control.
Mm-hmm. That's not a myth. People think
that's like
a made-up story.
This sounds like Tetris. Oh my God. Fucking Khabib wrestling a baby black bear.
It's real, folks.
That is okay, first of all, where did they get a bear?
I'm sure a zoo or some shit. I mean, the whole thing is ridiculous. Why are we trying to break it down? The man has wrestled a bear.
I don't know, but I want that tracksuit.
Oh, they're back.
That was a windsuit. That
made it harder for that bear to grip him. Yes. He was slippery.
He was super slippery.
But that's also Russia, so they got him like 5 years after us, probably.
It was September 23rd, 1997 is the date code, because this was a handheld camcorder with the little date stamp. Oh my God, that is fucking incredible.
You're not going to find that in America, folks. A dad.
Somebody commented on it. Bear hits. Wait, shit. What was it? Bear hits a super legit sprawl at 224.
Yeah.
I love it.
But the you got to think of the balls on the father willing to put their son in. Get in there, son.
That bear has a sick half guard game.
Get in there, son.
This is fucking hilarious, the comments on it.
And fight that bear.
Right.
Now, or I'm going to put this cigar out on your forehead again.
Oh my gosh. Compared to Connor's video where he's playing with Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah, I just don't see I don't see how somebody can ever beat Khabib at this weight. I really don't.
I'm with you. I'm fucking with you, man. I mean,
at 8, I'd have been pissing myself and crying and like, you hate me, Dad.
Well, at 8, I'd have been like, oh, it's so cute, but I didn't wrestle. I mean, he's like, come here, I'm gonna fucking armbar you, bear.
Yeah, I mean, Jesus Louise. Find me someone else that has a cool video like that.
That is amazing. I'm super impressed.
You know, Khabib doesn't have good trash talk. He's just like, I beat your face.
Joe Rogan defends Chris Hardwick 1 week ago. I'm going to need to watch that after we stop recording.
A little bit late.
It was a week ago, but because he's coming back on Talking Dead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, way to chime in after he wins.
I know. Fucking Joe. Come on, Joe Rogan. You knew he was...
Yeah, a lot of people were...
No, but there was I actually found this like 20-minute YouTube video because I guess my YouTube on my phone knows that I love Chris Hardwick and it feeds me this stuff. So there was like this 20-minute video of like all these clips of different comedians talking about it was before it was announced that he was coming back, that he got
a lot of them did, but Joe didn't. But yes, a lot of them did defend him.
Christina and Tom on Your Mom's House. They were talking with Ari Shafir.
Brian Callen defended him.
Brian Callen did. It wasn't included in this thing even.
But he did. I remember the episode.
He for sure did because he said he was like, I know Chris for a long time.
Shit on him.
Well, Shaw was just...
Called him an asshole.
He did?
He said, no matter what, if you really, if you got rules like that, you're an asshole. Yeah. You can't be my friend.
Well, Schaub's automatically going to, I think, lean to like... be because he did, and he didn't know Chris personally.
He doesn't want to upset people.
Exactly.
Brian doesn't give a shit.
And Brian has known him for a long time. That's why he was like, I don't see it. But it was and then it was Bert Kreischer was on with Nikki Glaser, and
I never heard Bert, but that's cool. Bert, I love Bert Kreischer.
I do too. Jody
B has a boner for Bert Kreischer.
He loves him, and it was also Adam Carolla on his podcast.
Oh, I bet. I just haven't listened to Adam in forever. But yeah. I bet he was like, "Fuck that bitch."
He was. He was just like,
he's straight up.
Well, he was basically just like, "Why is this okay for somebody to come say something and then he loses everything? Like, why is this okay? There's no due process," which is what everybody said. Which is what Christina P said. It's what everybody said, and there was a big long thing on what's the one with the UFC podcast? Bald guy.
Matt Serra? Jim Norton?
Yes, Jim Norton and Matt. Thank you for saving me on that.
Jim Norton is a filthy animal, and I love him.
Jim Norton went off about it, and they had like people.
I bet he did.
Well, then they had people printing off all the text messages because this was at the point where like all her text messages had come out, where she was begging for him to take her back, and he was like, "I mean, if it was abuse, why are you begging him to take you back 7 months later?"
No.
Like exactly. But yeah, so I'm pumped that he's coming back to Talking Dead this Sunday.
I mean, that means because AMC did a full non-biased investigation according to their paperwork, their statements. And legally, I'm sure they had to, right? And for them to bring him back on air means they found absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Not just that some of it. Yeah. None of it.
Oh, and on one of those...
They wouldn't have brought him back if any of that shit was true.
Right. Well, and part of her article, remember, was when she went to the hospital for some kind of endometriosis stuff.
And he just wanted sex.
And he came and he slept at the end of her bed, and the first thing he said was like, when can I have sex with her again? Well, after that happened, and this was, I think they played this video.
I saw the video.
Where she was online like, I just want to thank my boyfriend Chris. He's the best boyfriend ever, blah, 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 blah. Bitch. But
no, you're right. You're fine. This is your first like ever
victory
vindication bet win, like full blown. There's no doubt. I mean, you were full.
I stood behind him from day one,
100%, and in the face, like a little too strong. Because I remember the Rachel episode where we talked about it, and even you had to walk it back. Like your first thing was, I fully support him. Fuck that bitch. And then you're like, and what I meant by bitch was. Or something like that. Like,
I was like, maybe stupid. He didn't know, but I'm like, but I still wasn't going to say he did.
No, you never wavered on it. I'll give you that. Even I was like, listen, we don't know. I never said, I've always said I didn't think he was guilty, but I was like, I don't know the details. I'm trying to be partial. Yeah. I want due process. You weren't even that. You were just like, he didn't do it, motherfucker.
Yeah, I refuse to believe it, and I'm so glad that I was right.
No, you
because I am... like unheartbroken.
I mean, I still feel bad. The damage is done.
It's still
with
fucked.
The people that don't believe him will always not believe him. Yeah. It's just stupid.
But he went from, because I saw people, of course, the Twitter people, fucking went bananas. And we're like, I can't, right after it all happened, I can't believe I still have friends that follow Chris Hardwick. So, right when all this happened, he had 3 million. 3 million. I think it was 3.1. I checked the other day. He had 2.8 million. They
can kick rocks.
Exactly. But I mean, I'm so clearly not everybody was like.
I hope he sues the fuck out of her.
I hope he does too.
And that if this is all
he's legit, not going to though.
Of course not. Because he wants it to go away like any guy would.
And he's just a nice guy too.
Despite the nicest, he's smart. He wants it to go away.
Yeah.
I wish he was just like, you know what? Fuck that. I'm suing you for everything you got. And your boyfriend that defamed me on Twitter.
I'm super double down blacklisting your fucking bitch ass now.
Yeah. I mean, you know me. I've always been about when men are falsely accused, repercussions be strong for accusers that falsely accuse. And I will never budge on that. Her ass should be sued and her whole career should be taken away. Right. Like his was threatened to. Because every single show he was on had to pull him. And you can't blame the damn networks. They had to do their
and Comic-Con, and that's come and gone.
Yeah, he'll never get this Comic-Con back.
That is come and gone. He lost that immediately. And so that's money and exposure that he can't get back. So fuck her, man. But I'm just very excited. He's coming back. And Yvette Nicole Brown was the host of Talking Dead last night. She's so cute.
She handled it great.
She did a great job.
When filling in for him, she never threw him under the bus or was like, oh, bitch, look, I got your job. She was like, I'm just filling in. I'm not even.
No, she even said at the very beginning, did you see it, where she was like, I know that you people are looking at the screen saying that doesn't look like Chris Hardwick, but I'm just filling in for tonight. He'll be back next Sunday. No, him and her are very good friends.
Oh, I know, but I just thought it was cool of her because even though she's a woman, it would be easy for her to get.
And she's a very
lured
Me
in
Too.
And be like, you know what? I love him, but fuck him, and this is my job now.
Yeah, no.
But she handled it with class, and I'm very happy with how she handled it.
Yeah, and she did a good job. She was so much like she was just so like I don't know, she's funny. She talks super fast like I do, and then
I'm just ready for and I want to interrupt you again.
Yeah,
so shut up. No, I just want to get the awkward first sentence out when he comes back on TV.
I might cry
because it's going to be so fucking weird. I just want to, and hopefully he addresses it immediately, takes the air out of it, and moves on. Like says something stupid, like, "Oh, have y'all heard anything about me on Twitter lately?"
No, I think he's going to say something very brief and just thanking his people for support, and he's glad to be back. I bet you it's just going to be something like that. I don't think he's going to make a joke about it. But he could because he's a comedian. But I think it's just going to be a very brief, thank you. I'm glad to be back.
I hope he does that and makes a little joke.
And he's like, and then don't ever fucking talk to me while or whatever. Yeah.
And I expect you to have dinner ready.
I expect you to be naked, legs spread when I get home.
No talking at dinner.
But yeah. Well.
No, that's good for you. I'm happy. I'm happy that it worked out in your favor. If had it not, I think you would have become one of those fight the good fight till it got.
I would have still supported him
in 20 years.
I know. I'd have been like, I still don't believe it.
But no, I'm glad he's back and all is right with the world for the last season that I will ever watch of Walking Dead, and I'll stick to that. I've said it. If Rick leaves early, I'm not going to watch it.
He is leaving early. They even talked about it on Talking Dead last night. Like it was just out in the open. Like we all know it's Andrew Lincoln's last season and blah de blah. And the showrunner was on, and they were talking about how do you she said she wanted to make sure that they had him go out with dignity and respect and something that was fitting for his. How long he's been, what he's done for the show, how long he's been on the show, what he's done for all these people. And I'm like, it really is like a punch in the stomach. Like it's real. Like I kept wanting to believe that the internet was wrong.
I don't give a fuck about them for the show. It should be, what about us viewers that you've deceived all these years? Because at the back of their mind, I don't care what the fuck they say, they have laid the foundation for us to believe that Rick survives
everything
and lives till the end. So now you fucked me. And now I got to question our whole relationship, and I'm pissed. This happens to me too much on TV shows. Sick of this shit.
At least you got a warning this time, and it wasn't like How I Met Your Mother where it was the worst ending ever.
I'll never, ever forgive them.
No, they never get a forgiveness.
For How I Met Your Mother. I put a lot of binge watching into that show once you got me started watching it, like in the middle of it.
So
seasons,
funny though.
Because then I remember I bought all the seasons on DVD and we
that's
binge
how long
watched
ago it was.
And I was totally in, loved the show.
Yeah.
And they just raw dog butt fucked me.
It was stupid as fucking anything. But like, so at least we're getting like a warning that he's leaving. And so like my prediction is it's going to be some kind of big grand like sacrifice to save
his daughter or somebody,
to save Judith or to save the entire community somehow. His sacrifice saves it. Like it's going to be some big grandiose. If not, it's going to be a little. I mean, I don't know what else they could do to make it. You know, I mean, it's got to be this big poignant like centerpiece
whatever
of the season.
They'll start it at the middle of the season, the interaction that kills him, and drag it through the last episode.
Yes, oh for sure. And they did say last night on the season 9 preview that it's a year and a half later from when the last season ended.
Yeah, that's not a mind fuck. Every other season has been like an hour after.
20 minutes later.
Ended, and now they're going to fast forward.
There's a couple of them that have fast forwarded, but not too much. Like the prison one, I think when it started back, it was like a good bit after. But I mean, it's literally only been like 3 years for them, I think, total. 3-4 years.
I don't know, but fuck it. Fuck them.
But, okay, yeah, we should probably go. This is the longest intro ever for...
Yeah, welcome.
I like talking to you.
To another episode.
Yeah.
We did record with Melissa Geiser, as we said, as a co-host for this one, so hopefully you enjoy it. We had about an hour worth of fuckery with her.
Uh-huh. We answered a lot of questions about relationships and sex.
Licking buttholes.
And punching people in the face.
Punching people in the face during intercourse.
It's good stuff. Good times.
Jody B will love that one. Shout out to Po Boys.
Amanda Blunt Mommy will like that too.
She is a rascal.
She is a rascal. She's going to start a single as fuck podcast.
Well, Muddy says he bought that or patented or whatever, copyright that name, which is a fucking great name.
It is.
And it's a perfect, sister podcast name. But, we just don't know what she's going to do. She sounds like she really wants a co-host for no reason, as far as I was telling Jody.
For no reason.
No guy, she's going to eat any guy co-host alive.
Yeah.
That comes on, because they're not going to be able to one-up her. She's got fucking the craziest stories on earth.
They just need to be there to back her up, though, and be funny.
I mean, she is a complete naughty sinner. That is her thing.
Naughty sinner.
That weird nude picture with the random guy the other night.
So funny. He's like, hey.
Find out about it. Yeah, that poor schmuck looked like the weirdest tool.
He's like, I gotta piss. Whoa.
Yeah, I need the story behind that. And way to black out your nipples, Amanda. Barely, if at all.
That was the most piss poor attempt at blacking out.
Yeah, and then she posted some guy's number that she picked up and did the same thing, and you can clearly see the phone number. The last 4 digits. She's a savage. She needs her own show, and I told her today on Twitter,
I love it.
You just need to do it on your own, because you can fucking be everything you want to be in all of its glory.
Yeah, you can have guests on like Jody does.
100%. I know, she wants somebody on to chat with, but all she got to do is sit in front of her little microphone and give Dr. Muddington a boner.
Oh, God.
And Jody a boner.
Oh, Jesus.
And Klondike a boner. Like, there's a whole group of boner guys.
Klondike?
He's he has a show. His name, I don't remember his first name, but he's always on the thread. It's always Muddy, Klondike, and Jody. With the boners.
Oh, God.
Muddy has the biggest boner.
Somebody posted a picture of one of those little doorstop thingies where it was like, boing, yoing, yoing, yoing. I was like, oh, Jesus.
Yeah, Dr. Buddington has a rager. And that's all she's got to do. There's millions of guys that want to chime in to get a boner.
I know.
From a podcast.
I think she could just do one by herself. I think I texted her that right after hearing the podcast with her and Jody. That I think Jody's spot on with her. Just turn on the fucking recorder and talk about.
Do a diary.
Talk about her shit that's happened to her and encounters and just I mean it would be great.
No, and she doesn't have to apologize for who she is. She's single. She fuck anybody she wants, and
you can absolutely call it single as fuck, and it's the precursor to married as fuck.
Yeah, because she's not sure if she wants to let go of Blunt Mommy.
I think she could also have
a good name,
Blunt Mommy, but
I mean, I think for her to reinvent herself, come out with one on her own, single as fuck is really good. I don't know if that's real or not as far as doing it, but that is a good name.
It was a good suggestion. Because, I mean, she is. I think she said she doesn't even have a boyfriend anymore, so shit.
No, even when she did, her boyfriend's name was Fuckboy.
Well, maybe that's indicative of why there's no boyfriend anymore.
Yeah. I just don't think she's going to put
I don't think she was bought in if she was calling him Fuckboy.
So, hopefully we'll get some more, hear some more on that. And she gets back.
Holla, Amanda.
On the podcast. And
well, yeah, I told her like as soon as she gets it back up and running that we'll have her back on here for sure to talk about it.
Well, no, yeah, when she decides and has a real plan, even before she's back on the air, she can come on and tell us what the official decision is, and we'll share it. And
absolutely.
Dr. Muddington will be anxiously awaiting so he can masturbate profusely to it.
Oh my God, stop.
It's what he does. With his stumpy finger. Oh, Dr. Muddington.
All right, we gotta go. We got a 2-hour fucking podcast.
All right, well, you guys enjoy this filthy podcast.
It's filthy dirty.
Hey.
What's up?
Sorry about the whole Skype thing. Good God.
No worries at all. I mean, you sound fine with you by phone, so who cares? If it's a pain in your ass, don't even worry about it.
Well, I thought I had it all set up, but it's been a while since I've used it, so it's on and going, and I called my husband with it, and it worked, but
that's how I was. I hadn't used Skype since back in the day when you used it only on your computer.
Yeah.
That's literally how long it had been for me.
Yeah, it's literally how long it's been for me since I was like, no, I got to download it to my phone.
Absolutely. Well, cool. Well, we're going to start. You ready to start recording, babe? Oh, it is? Well, how about that?
We're already going.
We're already rocking and rolling. Well, awesome. Well, we're so glad that you were willing to come on with us tonight to kind of dive into some of these questions that we have. Some of these are fucking hilarious, by the way.
Oh, Lord.
I'm looking forward to your answers on some of these. Ma'am, I can't wait. But before that, we do have to take our shots. If you've got one, we'd love to welcome you to take one with us.
Yeah, I do. I found that, we don't have a vast liquor supply. Just
neither do we.
Favorites. But I found the nastiest thing that we have in the house.
Perfect. Yep. You know how this works.
Yeah.
I do. Because I figured if you guys do a leg spreader and you're like shooting Midori, the least I could do is come up with just something that's just foul.
There you go. Beautiful. Team player.
It's classy foul because it's Grey Goose.
Oh, there you go.
It's still, that's...
I think the vodka we have just says vodka.
Yeah, our vodka just has like a picture of Russia.
Yes. It's probably upside down, right?
All right, well, cheers. Here we
go. But this is Grey Goose Cherry Noir. Ooh. So I thought it's kind of fitting for some of the guests that you've had on. I felt it was pretty relative, actually. So I'm ready to go. I got it poured.
All right. Well, let's do it.
Go ahead.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
Sweet Jesus.
Oh, my God. Oh, that was so gross. I don't like it.
I hate all of it.
I don't like it. Not a bit.
What did y'all drink?
We did our Midori and vodka. And then we have a second one we've incorporated. By the time, like in a year, we're going to have 17 shots because now we've incorporated a second shot.
We're not getting more Midori.
Never are we. Ever.
We're almost done with that bottle, though. Thank you, baby Jesus.
You guys are troopers. That's nasty.
It's so fucking gross. I hate it.
Well, I wanted to first say, I don't know what you did to become such a celebrity, ma'am, but geez Louise, your episode flew off the tits.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, I'm telling you.
That's really cool. I guess all those people I just accosted in Walmart, and it's like, seriously, just stand here, give me your damn phone, I'm going to just download it real quick, and then I'll remove it.
Well, I would think, I would give you some leeway on that if I didn't, like, I saw so many of the people in, like, our group that were like, oh, I listened to you, it was awesome, or on, like, Instagram, and we're like, oh, my God, I listened, I've never even listened to a podcast before. That was so fun.
Well, I mean, that proves that you've clearly had an impact on a lot of people and all those ACDF groups and
just your Instagram folks.
Yeah.
That and also I know this is going to be a shock, but I belong to a Bernese Mountain Dog site too, like Facebook group, Bernese Friends Worldwide, and we are friends. And a couple of them heard of it, and it kind of spread. So.
And we had a big, long conversation about Kevin. We saw a Bernese Mountain Dog.
We saw Kevin. Kevin's brother.
We saw a puppy. It was a puppy. It was like, but it was probably 50 pounds.
He was enormous for a puppy.
But it was, you
could tell it was a puppy though.
Well, but I was like, that's a Kevin. I was like, but it's really young because Kevin's about 3 times that size.
Yeah. Kevin was when he was 4 months old, he was about 50 pounds.
Yep. See, nailed it.
No, you did. But this guy was a complete, like, lazy bum.
Well,
he was spread ass out on the conch, but he may have been hot. And was
they had a bowl of water there. They were just chit-chatting on a bench, but you could tell he was like, fuck this. I want to go inside.
That's pretty much Kevin.
I mean, it's Georgia.
Like sprawled out.
In August, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, they're like double coated.
I know.
With their coats, and we just touch him after he goes out and pees, which is a majestic stream, I might add. But if we just touch the back of him, it's like, damn, would you just soak it all up?
Hey, and your daughter started following us on Instagram.
Yeah. Oh, she didn't tell me that. She's lovely.
Yeah, she is awesome, by the way. She definitely strong in the genes for sure.
Yeah.
But
she and her fiance listened on their way back from Wyoming.
Yeah, so. That's what I heard. They said when they said they enjoyed listening to you. I was like, that's fucking awesome.
I know, that's so cute. And you just have a daughter, or do you have a son too?
I have my daughter. I have her, and then my youngest is my son. He's 23.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Yep, and he's living at home. He's graduated from college, so he's doing what they're all supposed to do, is just stay here.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So we got him a degree.
Oh, well, hey.
Now you need to go to step B.
Now, be free, young child.
Be free. Explore.
Spread your wings.
I love having him around. Having him around.
Oh, I know. I would too.
He's looking for that perfect job. He majored in business and finance, and
there you go.
He's trying to figure out how to start at about a mid-executive level where it doesn't work that way.
No, sweetie, it doesn't start that way.
Unless you get lucky.
That's such a millennial mindset for you.
It is.
But that's very sweet.
He's got a contract job that he's doing, so at least he's got some money coming in and he's doing something.
Yeah, well, and that's a smart degree to have. My degree is in animal science, and I work for a
big company.
A very large cell phone company.
Yeah, they're I'll tell you what though, there's a method to that madness though of keeping them around. I think it's smarter to keep them around longer in the beginning so they'll stay out for good when they do go. You know what I mean? Instead of because you run the risk of if they don't, fully get their feet under them, they'll be in and out.
Yeah, and with him, I think, they're totally different as far as children go. She's kind of a very much an extrovert and just kind of get out there. And right out of college, she was selling insurance and driving to every small little tiny town in Oklahoma in her pickup and just going for it, and became a manager, and they moved her to Tulsa. And
nice.
Yeah, well, she hated it. So now they're back in Oklahoma City, which I'm tickled with. So it all works out. It all comes full circle.
He'll figure it out.
Of course.
Oh yeah.
And I know you've told me a bunch of times in our chats that he's funnier than shit, where you guys would sit and chat and you were like, this should be a podcast.
It should. Yeah. We have a great time.
Oh.
Well, I want to jump right into these questions because we've got a bunch and I know we're not going to get to all of them. But I've kind of weeded through them to where I can get us a good mix of nasty, and
what
funny.
What are these questions for? Are these just questions for us in
these
general?
are supposed to be relationship/sex questions.
And we're not saving them for Rachel.
No, the ones for Rachel are porn.
Oh, that's right.
Her episode is all about porn.
Forgot about that. Yeah.
We do have some, and I've been saving them, but these do not qualify.
Is she coming to it? She's coming to Atlanta, isn't she? But like, they're going to be in like Norcross or some shit, like on the other side of the fucking earth.
They're going to be across the earth, but I don't know when they're coming through.
She's on She's in Charleston right now, or she was in Charleston. Like, okay, sorry, I digress.
No. All right, so check this one out, and this is Melissa, may be the best one to help with this because she's got a child at this age. I'm a 22-year-old female that loves my high school sweetheart, but I no longer want to be with him. How do I break up with someone that I care about deeply? Love the show.
We have a 22-year-old that listens. That's awesome.
That is going to be a very well-rounded 22-year-old.
I know,
right? Wow.
Well, my first thing, I think it's great that she realizes.
Do it now before,
yeah. Don't just stay together because you should, because you were high school sweethearts.
You'll end up like Randall and.
Yeah, you end up divorced a lot of. Well, that's 50% of the time.
Yeah,
anyway.
I mean, mine wasn't my high school sweetheart, but pretty much right after.
So, what would you give your advice for one of your kids if they came to you with that question?
Same thing you would. I mean, I would tell her, be kind and say that you care about them, but it's time for you to maybe date other people and been nice, but gotta go.
Yeah, I think she has the best chance of them still having a friendship by being honest up front. Don't drag it on. That never works. I don't
think that the friendship really works if one's leaving the other, because there's always going to be hope on his side.
But he won't hate her as much. Eventually he'll get over it and be like, she was just being honest.
Right. She needs to just be honest with him up front and just tell him, that she's not feeling it anymore, whatever. But do not try to be good friends don't get the expectation that you're going to be like besties.
No, y'all are both
because
right
all that's going to do is make him think that y'all are still together and you're not really broken up. So
yep.
See, that's where the female brain is smarter, because y'all are both right now that I think about it.
And he'll try to be like, let's just hang out all the time. Maybe we have sex every once in a while.
Well, maybe.
It's fine.
Just, who cares?
I mean, that's cool. It doesn't mean anything, right?
Right.
Yeah, well, for somebody it does.
We're broken up, right? Oh, but let's just get back together. It's fine.
I mean, there's a movie that I really wanted to see it. I wanted to see it with you. Yeah, no.
Right. Yeah, you got to just cold turkey.
Drunken nights end up being just, they would be each other's call on. Yeah, it's.
And then somebody gets knocked up.
That is always a possibility.
I'm so glad I'm not single.
No, I couldn't be single nowadays. It's brutal out there. Everyone's so full of shit on their social media.
It really just gives me like anxiety to think about just being single and trying to like just.
And you'd catch everyone cheating on everybody now because everything is so wide open.
If I was in my 20s now, I would just be abstinent or like just
be a monk.
Yeah, not abstinent. That's fucking insane to think about. But like I would just there's no way. It's too much. I would just be like, hey, just gonna.
I don't know. We talked about this the other day, and you could tell us if you have a different view, Melissa. But it seems like the kids, the younger people, I won't say the kids, but the younger crowd now, they have less promiscuous sex than we did when we were.
I think it's cell phones and the internet. Yeah.
I hear the teenagers in our family and the young adults, they have zero. I'm being honest. I was fucking everything. I mean, wanted to when I was, 17, 18, way more 19,
promiscuous
20.
Than my 19-year-old niece.
These kids are
which
smarter.
I'm very proud that she's not. But I was like, whatever. I didn't care.
Yeah. I was 18 in like 1983.
Hey.
Holy moly.
Hey.
I mean, hey.
Yeah, I can imagine
it
that.
was the 80s.
God, yes.
Wow.
The 80s were the best.
I know.
Everything from the 80s is back, by the way. The colors, everything.
I know, and for me, I think because I was so firmly in it it's like it kind of makes me cringe when I see like little side ponytail or the neon stuff or it's like the most embarrassing decade of my life.
Well, that's how the 90s is for me. Like because the 90s was when we were teenagers, and I was like full on raver with like the big fat pants and like huge like polo shirts and a million like piercings.
It was hilarious. If you saw the pictures, you would laugh hard.
Oh well, they're on our Facebook somewhere.
Yeah, you need to check them
then
out.
I shall look.
Yeah, I was just it was special, and I knew it because my parents would be like, "Sweet Lord, what is happening?" And
just make it through this phase.
Yeah, and everybody in my family, like and I still am like the butt of all their jokes just because I'm the youngest and I've done all the most ridiculous shit. But like, I mean, I said to them flat out, like, I know I'm going to look back on this when I'm an adult and think it's ridiculous, but it's fucking fun. So I don't give a shit.
Now,
yeah, like I'm having fun now and this is what I want to do. So who cares?
All right. So I think we got that one.
Yeah, we got her taken.
This one.
Yeah.
This one's just funny because of the way that they started the question. Hey, bros.
Bro, sweet.
Hey.
I'm a single 42-year-old father of 2, and I recently started dating again. My new lady is 22.
Oh, God.
Should she meet my kids?
Does she know you have kids is the first question back to him.
My question first to him is, how long have you been dating before you decide to bring them into your kids?
Yeah, I don't. That's
exactly.
That's got to be. You got to, little advice, bro to bro here. You got to take your time on that. The worst thing you can do is bring people in and out of children's lives.
And how old are the kids? Did he say?
Didn't say. So I'm just, we're assuming
I think
here.
until you're pretty much sure it's a sure thing.
Agreed.
Yeah.
That's what we
Leave
did.
the kids out of it.
I didn't even meet Griffin until years.
Yeah, it was like 3 years. I mean, and it was perfect.
Well, and it was, it was a lot of just because everything was a little crazy.
And we knew that we were going to be together.
Right.
That
we knew well before that.
Yeah, but there was no risk. We knew this was a home that he was going to come into and be in.
But
this guy's playing with fire. Plus the half of his age difference.
That's where I'm like, yeah.
Because I don't know how old his kids are. Is the girlfriend closer to his kid's age than his age? They have to be, right? Because if he's 42...
Not necessarily. I'm 39 and would still love to have another baby. So
if you had a boyfriend that was...
But I'm saying, like, if he's 42 doesn't mean that his kids are in their teens. They could be 5.
Yeah, but a 5-year-old kid, his new girlfriend is still closer to her age... than his age,
okay,
is what I'm saying.
Yes. I thought you meant, are they like adults?
No, I'm just saying you do the math and they're closer to the kid's age than the...
Well, then, yes, they're going to be probably, but...
I say not for a while. This is my answer is to relax on that for the meeting.
I know he's excited to show off his new girlfriend to his kids and have her love them too, but have them love her, and no.
Yeah, that needs to wait.
Yeah.
All right, I'm staying out of this one. I just want your 2 answers. All of a sudden, my wife won't kiss me during sex anymore.
What?
She says I'm dumb when I ask her about it.
What?
I have more problems than that.
I think there's something else going on for sure.
I agree. Carry on.
So that's the question?
Yeah. I mean, I guess he's just wanting to know, is that fucked up or not? And my answer is yes. There's a big problem, much bigger than that, to me, under the surface.
Especially if she says it's dumb. It's like, I think that they need to maybe explore where the relationship is.
Yeah, because to me, I know Rachel disagrees. She said it about the kissing being... No, it was Isis and Eros, that when we were talking about do you kiss? Eros, I'm sorry. But I do consider kissing like one of the more intimate parts. And if she's withholding that part from you,
that's iffy. I mean, do you kiss maybe not? I mean, like maybe try making out with her like before having sex, not just I don't know, but that seems like there's some kind of disconnect for sure.
I wonder if she's sneaking out and smoking old cigarettes or something, possibly too,
or smoking somebody else's pole,
or smoking another guy's pole.
Well, that's what I was going to say. It sounds like she might be, feeling like she's cheating on somebody else,
right?
When she's with her husband, if she doesn't want to be intimate like
that. God. You're on the right path, I think.
Yeah.
Right there. I think I agree with Melissa on
I
that.
think she's right on the money with that.
She didn't want to cheat on her boyfriend with her husband.
God. Oh.
Yep.
Sorry, pal.
Yeah, you just need to bounce, brother. Tell her that...
Yeah, go to the dentist, make sure your breath isn't nasty, you don't have anything weird going on, and then sit down and talk to her.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, I almost feel like he's got enough ammo to be like, who are you fucking? Yeah. This is ridiculous because I've been trying to kiss, for a year now. You won't kiss me during sex.
Yeah, why would you not kiss your husband? I mean, that's...
What's the deal?
And why would you even say anything about your husband's dumb?
I know. That's so rude. Why would you try and
All right. Well, speaking of exes, we can go with this one. Man, we got a shit ton.
Are you going to give me any of them?
Yes. My husband admitted to me that he misses his ex and that our marriage is not what he wants anymore.
Bye.
What should I do?
Bye-bye.
Yep.
I support y'all 100% on that. That's fucked up as hell. That's over.
Especially if he's going to, if he says that's hurtful.
So hurtful.
I mean, at least he's being honest. But
but oh my God.
He didn't do it in the right order.
Yeah, I feel like, maybe work on your current marriage before jumping to, I miss my ex. Because that'll get you stabbed in the throat.
Do you think there's working and coming back from that, though? If he's flat out... If
Rachel,
I told you I miss my ex...
Rachel says you can pretty much recover from anything if both people are willing to. I'm telling you right now, you...
You wouldn't. That's what I was just about to say. You wouldn't be like, let's work on it. You'd be
I'd be like, fuck you, get out.
This is the end.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd seriously say, pull up your Facebook, let's see who you're friends with, and if that bitch is on there...
Yeah.
Then we've got a problem.
Oh, my God.
I mean, because Facebook and stuff.
Another reason we have to share Facebook.
People my age, yuck. No. If he's saying something like that, it's sad, but no.
That's terrible. That's a horrible thing to say to...
It really is.
Clearly, that's just his way of being like, now you're going to say you want a divorce, right? Like, he's too chicken shit to say it, I guess, or say that he needs...
Or maybe he's trying to make her feel inadequate.
Yeah.
And make her try harder, and it's just kind of a mean,
oh, that's a terrible approach. Yeah,
crappy thing.
That's a horrible tactic.
But
if that is his tactic, that's horrible.
But it could absolutely be.
Oh, y'all could both be 100% right.
Ugh.
This question is 100%. I want your answer first, babe.
Okay.
This is for Brooke first, and then Melissa will chime in.
Okay.
I'm seeing a new man, and he is great. But during sex, he wants me to hit him in the face. It kills my lady boner.
What?
Then I remember he is rich and hot. Am I crazy? I'm waiting for you to chime in.
You want, punch him in the face?
Yeah, he's one of those crazy fucks. That's probably like choke me, hit me.
Power through it, sister. He said he's rich.
Rich and hot is what she
and
said.
Hot. I mean, you can move past this.
If she can...
So does she punch him in the face?
If he wants her to.
Oh, my God. Y'all are crazy. Y'all women are nuts. Because if the roles are reversed...
Is he hitting her? No.
He doesn't say it. She just says he wants...
She seems like she's being treated well from this question.
And if she can get into it and find a way to get into it, then...
Oh, I agree. If they're both consent... But if she's reaching out to us on a podcast... I don't feel like she's 100%.
She's not bought into it, but I'm saying, if that's what...
Don't throw out your meal ticket, is what you're saying?
Don't bounce just yet. I mean, it seems like something that maybe...
He could be like an American Psycho type, though. Starts with punch him in the face.
And then he busts out a chainsaw from the closet.
He busts out a left leg from one of his corpses in the fridge.
I don't think so. It could be like a 50 Shades of Grey kind of thing.
I don't know.
Yeah, maybe if she asked him why.
Why?
Right. Is there something else maybe that
why do you want me to do this? I mean, does it really turn you on?
Well, what if it she punches him in the face and breaks her hand?
Or breaks his nose? I think maybe you just start
Do you slap him first? Like a little, just a slap? Or how does that start?
Maybe you just try and be more dominant or something and he won't get to the point of punch me in the face.
Interesting. Just own him?
Yeah.
Maybe make him feel like a bitch.
Maybe yeah.
Get down, bitch.
Tie his ass up.
Do this, motherfucker. Yeah, that could maybe buy you some time
Be
to not
more
have to punch him in the face.
like dominatrix personality, and then you won't have to get to the assault part.
Yeah, maybe he doesn't want to ask for him to ask for her to dominate him. He doesn't know how to say it, so he's just like
punch me in the face.
But the fact that he's rich and hot,
lines of communication.
Right.
Yeah, rich and hot only goes so far.
yeah, but that makes me think that's a fucked up guy.
Yeah,
He's
it
got
could
money
be
and good looking.
It could be an American Psycho situation, but it could just be.
Yeah, you never know, but the chances are slim, so stick with it.
But
sister. Don't let it go yet.
Yeah, you know.
That's
just
our professional
Keep
advice.
mace in your
Or
back
why?
pocket in case he busts out a chainsaw.
It's hilarious to me that all of us, our answer is like, it doesn't mean the end of the world. None of us are like, that's fucked up, run away. We're all like, you know what? Hey, could be worse.
Could
Hang
be
in
worse.
there.
He could be poor and homely
Or
as
he
hell.
could be punching you in the face.
He could be. And then it really changes things up.
Yeah.
I mean,
Talk about your lady boner being killed then.
God.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
You
All
weren't
right.
expecting me to say that.
No,
were you?
I love it, though. I think it's fucking funny. All right, this should be a no-brainer for both of you guys. Again, I'm going to stay out of it.
Okay.
There's so many of these about horrible dudes. My boyfriend saves pictures of other women on his phone. What should I do?
Run.
Fucking.
No.
Bye.
That's disrespectful.
That's horrible.
I wonder why, though. Has she said, like, why? Is it for...
I mean, and I could see, look at, if guys want to look at porn or women look at porn. I get it. But saving it to your phone.
But, like, are these pictures that women have texted him? Because that's
yeah,
a
like,
huge
I'm wondering
problem.
if it's like a... That's what I'm saying. I think she's saying, like, civilian people.
If he
like,
just screenshotting some shit from the internet, he's kind of a perv. But if it's pictures that, like, bitches are texting him, then that's a fucking problem.
Yeah, I don't know of a way he can spin that out and why she would let him. If you have pictures of a regular person...
That they sent you, then
Yeah.
that's a fuck no. How did she... I mean, she obviously was snooping, but we all know what that means. I mean, if you're...
She's got an idea
Yeah.
already if she's snooping then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I say, fuck that. Yeah, if he's saving pictures for one, he's not a very smart dude.
No.
And he's clearly too comfortable.
That's terrible.
All right. Here's a good one. I can finally chime in. I'm in a committed relationship with a woman. Should I tell her that I was gay for a brief period? Not a joke.
Like, I mean, how can you just be full on gay for a hot second? I don't understand.
I don't know if
it
it just means like he had a sexual fling with a dude.
Or is he just bisexual?
Or is he, he could be still bi or thinks he's cured from being gay, which is ridiculous. But
I don't see. I mean,
I think he should tell her, though.
yeah.
You have to tell her. I mean,
Yeah.
you can't hide
I
that
agree.
just because. I mean, imagine how she'd feel if she found out 4 years in while you're engaged. Mm-hmm. And then she's in a place where if she acts like it's strange to her, she's being an asshole. You got to afford her the opportunity to respond how she feels.
Right. I mean, because what if you I don't know what the situation is. What if you run into the dude at the grocery store?
Yeah.
Yeah, or, something like that, if you try to hide it, it's going to come out one way or another.
Yeah.
And never in a good
it's-
way. Absolutely.
No, it's best to be upfront about that stuff. I mean, and he might not even be, all the way gay. It was just one of those things.
Could have, experimented, played around with a dong.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, I'd much rather be told.
yeah, for sure.
I don't think many women would be like, well, then fuck you. I think they'd understand if you told them up front.
No, and it's like, well, can I ask a couple questions?
Yeah, but if you hid it for 5
you
years
gotta
and they
do.
find out from like an old YouTube video or something, they'd never trust you again. So you got to tell her, bro.
Yeah. I know about all of Randall's previous.
Oh, all the horrible, funny scenarios that I can ever recall.
Yeah. And this, all the.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
we learned our lessons though. And people have to learn theirs. I mean, I'm respectful of that.
Yeah, but I'm saying you got to. So that's what I'm saying. You got to be just. Honest about all your past stuff if you want your current relationship to work.
I agree.
All right. Here's another one for you, babe, because I just think it's funny.
Because it was going to be a naughty one.
I don't know. Now I'm thinking I don't know you anymore because the way you came off the cuff with the punch you in the face thing.
You should know that I'm just a loose cannon and you never know how I'm going to answer.
My ex-wife and I have been divorced for 2 years. She has moved on, but I want her back. Should I pursue it? FYI, I left her.
No, she's moved on. You need to move the fuck on.
I agree. That's only fair. I think that if you think that you could pursue her after, if you broke her heart or whatever, and then you think it's fair, you see she's happy again, because the only reason he's wanting her back
is because
she's happy.
She's happy with somebody else, and you're just no, it didn't work the first time. It's not going to work anymore. You're just being a fucking selfish toddler.
Agreed. What do you think, Melissa?
Well, I mean, I was thinking that I agree with Brooke, but I was thinking too, it's you never know what the situation was. And he could tell her, I have been thinking about you and I'm sorry I was a tool and I'd like us to try again, but I understand that you've moved on. And I just I wanted to see how you felt about it and maybe put the ball in her court. And
my thing is, I'm so distrusting of any guy that would say that, just knowing how guys are.
Yeah.
That I'm buying, I agree with Brooke that I don't believe he wants her back. I think he wants the idea of her because she's happy. And so if he was to do that,
I feel like it's selfish.
It's very selfish.
Yeah.
Just let her.
I agree. And the thing is, she might have just gone up in attractiveness to him because somebody else wants her.
Because he can't have her anymore.
Yeah, because what if she leaves the perfectly nice new guy that's treating her well because, I have a chance back with my ex-husband to make everything right. And so she tries, loses the new guy that was great. And then, of course, the husband again is going to leave her in 6 months when he's over it.
When he's like, I got what I wanted now. And I don't want it anymore. Bye.
Yeah, now that I got you away from that guy, you're still the same.
Yeah, no,
you got to leave her alone, buddy.
The most non-selfish, the selfless thing to do would be to let her be happy and you just move on in a different direction.
Yeah, I'm team leave it alone. I agree.
All right. Damn. A lot of damn divorce questions. I recently split from my husband because he was not the man I thought he was. Will I ever find love again? Love Bama girl. Yes, you'll find love again, right?
Yeah, of course.
I mean, yeah, you can't think like...
Time heals all wounds, all right? From experience. Everyone will heal in time. And you can absolutely find love again. Yeah, but you can.
Sure. I just wouldn't make it your number one top priority. Just be happy with yourself first.
Oh, sure. And let it come.
And then it'll come to you naturally. I mean, it's like, if you just sit there and try and focus on, I need to find somebody now. Like, this is your opportunity to just work on yourself, be comfortable with yourself, and that will make you just a more confident person overall. And that's, divorce sucks. And it's not, even though, like, for the most part, once you get to that point and open that door and walk through it, it's usually the best decision for everybody. But it takes time to,
of course,
become happy again and comfortable with.
Well, you're going to go through the stages of any type of a failure, right? If it's a failed marriage, you got to,
it's all the grief stages.
Grieve the old marriage, the old life, or whatever.
And then you start looking at, I'm a failure. What did I do wrong? All that. I mean, we both did all that.
Yeah. You've been with your husband for a long time, right, Melissa?
Yeah, 30 years.
Oh.
Nice. Champions.
Yeah. It hasn't all been lovely, but,
Yeah, you're one of
made it.
That is nice. That's good. We'll be together till I'm putting the dirt.
Stop, Randall. God.
She gets mad at me because I know I'm going to die before her, Melissa. Isn't she ridiculous?
But he's acting like it's going to be in 10 years. Like,
who knows?
Stop.
Babe, I'll always love you.
Even when I'm dead.
Yeah.
Such an ass.
Yeah, Bill does that to me too. He's like, I'll be the first to go. I was like, not necessarily.
Yeah, she knows it's
let's
true.
not talk about dying right now.
I know.
All right. This one's for Melissa because she has a son, and I'm not saying he would ever do this, but this is something But this is for a younger man age.
All right.
So we've got a 22-year-old female that listens to the show, which is awesome. And then this guy is obviously young. I hope. He said, I banged a fatty after a long night at the bar.
Jesus.
The next day I saw her at 7-Eleven and I ignored her. I feel shitty now.
Oh, you
should. I?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's all I want to hear from
you should feel shitty.
So what would you say if your son, and I know he wouldn't do this, we're totally just being funny, but if he did, and he was like, Mom, I was out with buddies, we were drunk, pretty sure I banged a fatty, and then I ignored her at 7-Eleven. I feel like shit. What would you say?
I would, I would tell him to text her and say, I'm sorry I didn't say something when I saw you at 7-Eleven. I didn't expect to see you there, and I was out of my element. God.
But you would tell him that he should feel like shit, right?
Yeah. He has to make it right because that poor girl got her feelings hurt.
God, that takes me back to college.
You banged a fatty.
She's good enough to be nice to.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
You got to at least be like, hey, what's up? Not like, let's get married, but I mean, at least be a decent human.
No, you should own the awkwardness of the situation.
Yes, exactly.
If you had her butt naked
fist bump
the night before. Yeah, you could throw her a high five or something.
I really enjoyed the other night. Thank you so much.
That was
man,
nice.
that's such a...
Wow. No.
It's so dicey. I just feel like, kid, that was more of a... And see, I feel like that's more of an our generation thing. I don't know if kids do. Kids are way more sensitive and just better than we were to each other now.
They have more empathy, I think.
They do.
Yeah.
For one, I don't think they'd call him a fatty.
No.
I think that's funny, but it's just my sense of humor.
You banged a fatty.
Oh, everyone's banged a fatty.
I haven't.
I'm talking about a guy. Oh. Women have standards. Guys don't.
I wouldn't. I mean, don't go that far now.
Men of young vigor. When I was coming up, literally, everybody had a fatty at some point. Mm-hmm. It was a desperate. It's not something I'm proud of. I didn't ignore her at 7-Eleven. Mm-hmm. I never saw her again, so I don't know.
You don't know how you would have reacted.
I would have thrown her the fist bump.
Yeah,
I'd have been
think you would have.
You want a slushie? How about a big gulp on me?
Ding dong. You want a Twinkie?
You're a big girl. Let's go to lunch.
You know, the first guy I was ever with was a larger guy, and not anybody I would have picked out from a lineup, but he turned out to be really nice. And we dated for quite a while, but he was a kind of a heavy guy.
No, mine was obese.
Okay, no, I can't.
It was gross, and it was bad, and I'm still not even 100% sure about everything. It's just a nightmare. I don't like it. I mean, a husky guy. I mean, yeah, because there's plenty. The difference to me, and I hate this is gonna make me sound so bad. And and there are examples on both genders, but there's a lot of guys that can be heavier set guys and be attractive.
True.
They have a better way of pulling it off. They can be heavy and still be a good looking guy. Well,
girls have
it's tougher.
No, I'm saying like I agree with what you're saying, and like a lot of times you'll see like, oh God, this is gonna sound terrible. Like guys that might not be that great looking or whatever with girls that look like they're way out of their league because personality goes a long way in the eyes of a woman. Mm-hmm. But like guys are more superficial, I guess.
I guess, yeah.
Is that what you were trying to say?
No, I was just trying to say that it's unfortunate because I don't think it's really a fair thing to say, but that a heavy fat guy doesn't have the pressure that a heavier fat woman has.
That's the truth. Yeah, absolutely. That's the absolute truth.
An overweight woman she's got the cards stacked.
She's going to be a lot more like self-hating probably, I think.
Well, there's a self-esteem issue.
Yes.
I think. Because I weighed a lot more about 5-6 years ago. And, I think that was the first thing that was always in my head is if I walked into a room, what were people thinking of me?
Oh.
Oh, sure.
Well, that's why.
Well, that's women all the
It
time.
was such a relief.
Yeah, that's.
Now I can stumble or trip on my own feet, and it's like, oh, well, crap, we'll deal with that. It wasn't about me feeling uncomfortable in my own skin.
Well, and that's why it's even more fucked up that dude ignored that chick at 7-Eleven.
Oh,
right?
I agree.
Because she's already probably super insecure. Maybe. But that just
or she might be a real bitch. You just don't know.
You don't know.
No, but my thing is, you gotta. If I'm giving advice now as an older man, and I'm trying, because I'm a grown man now.
He tries to make himself like 60 years old.
But I feel like I'm speaking to like a 20 to 25-year-old there. I don't know. Okay. But so I'm trying to give him real world advice of like, don't be that way. Mm-hmm. Be cool. Right. Acknowledge her. That's fucked up.
Take this as a lesson learned and don't do that again.
Yeah, of course, be cool.
Yeah, be cool to her. You know what? She banged you. At the end of the day, she still did you a favor.
At the end of the day, absolutely. You got to have sex.
So, you know what? You're not, you might not be the pick of the litter to her either. She might have been hiding from you too.
Yeah. She might have been settling. Yeah.
And the hot fries.
She could have easily been talking to her girlfriends the next day like, oh, I had sex with a gross motherfucker last night. That disgusted me. But speaking of gross, this question is written to me.
Okay.
But
good.
I wanna hear y'all's answers first. Randall, my girlfriend of 4 years wants me to lick her butthole. I tell her no, but she keeps asking me to. If this isn't a joke, it's an awesome question.
Just get some like maple syrup or honey or something and get it over with.
I know that's funny, but we agree 100%. You're an idiot if you're going to let that be the issue. If y'all are committed, you know that she's faithful to you. And she just wants you to lick her butthole. Lick her damn butt. Get in the shower. Clean up. You know what I'm saying? Lick her butthole, though, bro. That's such a subpar issue. Right. It's not like she's asking to punch her in the face.
Hey,
exactly. We've already covered that.
Yeah, but no, you can easily try. Even if you hate it, at least say you tried it.
Yeah.
For her.
Because maybe she doesn't even know.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Maybe I just want to feel it. So, see if I like it.
Right. Because what that could lead to? Anal. And then
could.
And then what guy doesn't want to do that? So suck it up, champ.
No, I agree. He's stomping on his own ball sack if he keeps the fact that he's ignored it for this long.
It's not like a homeless
in 4 years
hooker that he's having to lick her butthole.
Hilarious. Yeah. It's not living under a bridge.
It's not a gremlin troll that's been living under the bridge for 5 years. It's your girlfriend. Her cleanliness.
Yeah, and you know what? If you keep rejecting her, eventually she's going to ask somebody else to lick her butthole.
Some other dude's going to...
And that's on you, brother. Yeah. I'm just being honest.
Right. Have her take a quick shower. Make sure she scrub-a-dub-dubs down there and get a
bath together.
Do that. Agreed. Yeah. You could be like, you know what, honey? Now's the time.
Right.
Pull your butt apart.
Let's get this done.
I'm going to take a taste.
Yeah.
Let me wash that soap off. And at least you did it.
I mean, if it's freshly clean, there's nothing there to be grossed out about. Now, I wouldn't recommend it right when she walks in from the gym or something, but mean, let's be real. Just fucking do it, dude.
Even regardless of what the situation is, try it out.
Hey, tell her she's got to lick yours.
She probably would, though, because if she's asking, who's going to ask and not be willing to return the favor?
But I'm saying.
Babe, I support your answer 100%.
He's probably scared that he would like it, and
then that means he's gay.
Oh my God! If I exactly. If I like somebody playing with my butthole, then maybe I'm gay.
Right.
If that's where you're afraid.
If that's where he's at,
then he's stupid.
Then he's a fucking
because you know what? If she's got the guts
Melissa's
to ask,
exactly right though, because that's
I know she's right. She's absolutely right. Which is, I'm just saying that's a dumb insecurity, but a lot of guys would have that.
Sure.
But I had a great point. Now I lost it. What was I saying? Did you looked at me? You knew what I was going to say.
No,
what was I saying?
I just love you.
Tell me.
I don't
What was we saying? Licking the butthole.
You're not gay.
You're not gay, but then maybe you can stick it in her butthole.
No,
Still
got
not
it.
gay.
Sorry to
Yeah.
interrupt you, but I'll lose it again.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, no, got it. All right. If she has the guts to ask you for this, of course it's awkward for her. I'm sure the first time she said, "Hey, honey, will you lick my butthole?"
And then him saying no?
Yeah, like you're on precious time. If this has been going on for very long,
Yeah.
you better hurry it on up
Or
and lick the butthole.
Yeah, because you can't. That takes a lot of guts for her to
It
ask.
does. And
Imagine
good
the
for her for
rejection.
asking.
Right. And then him saying no, I'd be like, I was just kidding.
I'll just go see the fat guy at 7-Eleven. He'll do it. But fine.
I mean,
All right, this one's hilarious and gross.
aren't they all?
Great.
My wife is a queef/fart machine.
What?
Should I be grossed out?
Randall's over there going, ugh.
Yeah. Oh man, that's going to depend on y'all's relationship. And I've got to put my big boy underpants on here and just say, I know this is uncomfortable for everybody, but a queef, we're all adults here, is nothing. You shouldn't be gross. It's simply a noise. You know, it's an air thing of trap.
No, yeah, fart means there's poop coming.
Yeah, or it's out of your shitter. It's out of your shithole gas machine.
Yeah, there's a probability of smells.
Of course, but I mean, I know queef is the best awesome word in the
But
dictionary.
it's just a noise.
But it's just, you shouldn't consider that
It's usually
gross.
from like just things smushing
Or
around down
pounding.
there.
If you've been having a lot of sex, you're going to trap all kind of shit in there.
Right. It makes us giggle.
I laugh at it. I feel like I've been...
I mean, how can you not laugh at it?
I'm like, I'm 12.
I feel like I'm doing work. if you make it happen.
Yeah, but farts are so different.
And it depends on the relationship, right? If they're open, like they fart on each other, cool, whatever. But I don't know if he's talking about like farting during sex.
God, I hope she can shut it down.
Yeah.
during sex.
Because you got to clamp the ass up during sex. You
You
can't
might
be
need to go see a
ripping.
doctor about if you can't even hold it.
Now, I have heard plenty of times from other doctors like me, PhDs, that you know, during orgasms for women, sometimes they can fart like Clydesdales.
I mean, I could see where that would happen, I guess, but God,
that would be so weirdly uncomfortable, though.
Well, I'm glad I can say I don't think I do that.
Yeah.
I don't think it would be an every time occurrence, but just like if everything matched up right, like the right dinner, the right fullness, bathroom schedule.
Make me fart like a Clydesdale.
Oh my God.
And we know that we have a very special relationship.
That just sounded funny
Don't
from
you
Melissa.
leave me ever.
Yeah. Oh, God, the horror on the girl's face, though, if she farted like a Clydesdale after climaxing.
Or are they talking about, like, their girlfriend or wife or whatever is just a queef fart? But, like, she just, like, is like, oh, got a fart. Like,
yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Maybe their relationship is, like, cool with that, and they fart on each other for fun.
Plenty like that. I think we're kind of an anomaly of, like, where I've just always been like that. Because I've never even been with, like, just girls, like all the girls I've ever lived with in like an apartment with like 4 girls living in it, or with like all my best girlfriends growing up, where they'd be like, I got a shit, or I got a, and I was never that girl, like ever. It's just always been something that I like. As far as everybody else in the world is concerned, I don't.
Yeah, I like that though.
And
I remember hearing one of your podcasts, and it's like, she does not have a colon.
No,
yep.
I absorb it.
Yep, you just do. It's photosynthesis, and we're just going to leave it at that.
Yep. It just doesn't exist. And I'm fine if Randall never knows.
Yeah.
No, I like that you're a ninja.
And it's just never, I've never in my life, even my family, you know, like even in front of like my sisters or my parents, never am I like, I mean, I'm sure at one point, like with Gunnar, where he's like, I gotta poop, Mom, wipe my butt. Like I'm sure at one point when I was his age, I was like that, but I mean, beyond fully potty trained, not like that.
All right, here, this is a great question, and it's for the female brain. Mm-hmm. And trying to word it properly because they didn't write it properly, but I know what they're saying. No, yeah. I got it. What do I do if I think my boyfriend is cheating but don't have any proof?
Ask him.
Basically what they're saying.
Yeah, ask.
Have a conversation with him.
But do you run the risk of, like, should you wait till you have a certain amount of feeling about that before you get a guy defensive if he's not?
It's obviously like...
And I'm just asking. I'm just wondering.
It's not... So, like, there's certain...
I'm cheating.
There's certain
Stop
things...
asking me.
Shut up. There's certain things that would happen that would make you think that, right? So, like, you know...
Not kissing you during sex.
That could be one. Or, like, just, you know, not being nice. Or, like, not doing anything that shows that he loves you. You know, like, there's certain things. And so you don't come out right out and say, like, are you cheating? But, like, you just got to talk to him about the things that are leading you to that conclusion. Maybe have a conversation with him about all those little things. Or one of those little things, you know, like baby steps, maybe. But, yeah. You can't just go jumping right in.
I agree. I think instead of just saying, you know, are you cheating on me? Just say, you know, I've noticed that we, you know, don't do this thing together much anymore. Or I've noticed that you used to help me with this thing and you don't anymore. Or I've noticed that you're being kind of crappy to me.
And being, never here or whatever it is. Yeah.
And you're sleeping with your phone under your pillow. I mean, I'm just asking.
Sure.
Your phone's on silent constantly.
Those are all fair, legitimate questions. I can't really add anything to that. Those are all. Yeah,
because I think if she has a question in her head, then she should ask it.
And unfortunately, if you get to that point where you really think that they're cheating on you, it's the result's not going to be good. It's not a good. Yeah, there's just. Even if he's not cheating,
your gut is right.
Yeah,
about that kind
absolutely.
of shit.
Because that's what. So, like, when you get to the point where you have a feeling or you want to look through your husband or your boyfriend's phone, something got you there.
Oh, sure.
And if you look, you're gonna find something that you're not gonna like. Whether it's like straight up a fucking text conversation with somebody like "can't wait to fuck you," or like if it's just something like
pictures of random
just
bitches.
Something so, or it could just be like. Yeah, not something, not even as extreme, but like you'll find something that'll be like, this is it. I mean, it's just, there's something wrong if you're getting to that.
Well, that leads me to the next one, and they want to know. It's basically the same question, but on an emotional cheating level of her husband having too much dependence on a coworker. For emotional support, where does she draw the line?
Well, if it's something that she can't be included in, that, you know, he wouldn't show her every single text, and I think then that's a problem.
Absolutely. And if he's calling her his work wife, you gotta fucking stop that shit right there.
I hate that term. Me and you both do. We've always been about it. We have friends that share it, and I'm like, y'all are fucking doomed. That's a big ass word. Oh, my work husband. No, hell no.
Yeah, there's no other wife.
Hell to the
in
no.
your life.
Because I'm willing to lick your butthole. Because you're my wife.
If I asked you, baby, I know you would.
I would definitely. Without a doubt.
You might have at this point. I don't remember.
I'm sure I have. I definitely did during courtship. I'm going to be honest. Definitely during the early days. We did a lot of
drinking.
Yeah, I definitely licked your butt.
There was a lot of crazy nights.
I've also seen you cut in half to have a baby. So I've seen everything.
You've seen every angle.
But yeah, I honestly think that's the bigger deal nowadays than the whole physical part, man. The emotional cheating is rampant. And I'm talking about friends of mine that I've had to like even tell them like, man, you need to cool out. That's too far. Like,
it's dangerous territory.
You're tapping on some no return area. Yeah. And they're just like, oh, I'm not doing anything sexually. That doesn't matter.
Good friends. Yeah, no.
If you're opening up and talking to somebody else
about a problem that you can't give to your husband.
if your husband or your wife isn't the first person you go to about something that's really like emotionally tearing you up or something, then that's a problem. And I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
There's the most random shit in the middle of the day that I will text Randall about that I'm like, he is going to be like, you're so weird. But you're
as long as you don't call me. Because I don't talk on the phone. You're the only one I answer if you call.
Samesies. Yeah, but I mean, there'll just be the most random shit that'll pop into my head that I'll text you, and I know you're, but like, you know, you always respond with it completely normally. So, because you're like, it's cool, babe.
Yeah, I get that too. Yeah, sure. It's bless your heart. Yeah. So you having a bad day? Are things okay? But yeah, I'm fine.
All right. This is a good question, and it's fair. Basically, husband wants to know how come he's the one that always has to initiate sex.
Well, that's I think
we've been asked this before, but
the $1 million question from a lot of guys.
What are your thoughts on that, Melissa? Because it's fucked.
I think that sometimes there's a different amount of sex drive. However, I think as a couple, you've got to show him that he's wanted. Mm-hmm. And I think it's important to demonstrate that. And it shouldn't always be him initiating, even though you don't initially feel like doing it. I think it's a reciprocal thing that.
Well, I found in our relationship, because everyone's been through that cycle at one point. Ours is very cyclical. Like, you know, for a week, I'll be the aggressor all week.
Yeah.
And then I'll be to the point where I'm like, fuck, I'm always starting sex. And then I'll forget about it. Brooke will be all over me for the next week. And then I'll be like, oh, shit, I knew it was cool. And then it'll be me all the, you know.
Track. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if you have a healthy relationship, it is going to be cyclical like that. It's going to, you know, somebody's into it for a while and somebody's not. But I think it becomes a problem if somebody completely shuts down and never makes the other person feel like they're wanted.
Agreed.
But yeah, I think
that's the biggest problem.
Normal.
Well, because some women get into that like, it's all he wants, blah blah blah. Like, no, that's how guys show affection. Like that's how they
he's
show
showing
it.
You that he loves you.
Exactly. It's not just that he just wants to treat you like a
preach, sisters.
It's not that he just wants to slap you or like
right
or punch you in the face.
Like that's how they show that they love you, and if you can wrap your head around that, then
that's true.
I mean,
can't deny it.
And if you love him, as you know, like if
what's hard for me though as a guy, and I'm trying to answer for this guy that I've also learned in my wisdom about so many things. But for women, it's got to be hard, right? If you try to put yourself in y'all's shoes with your hormone changes every month, like there's just also times where, you know, for guys, we always want it, right? Like, we'll say average guy, you know, normal sex drive. And your woman can be the same way, but during y'all's, you know, cyclical times, that can be changes,
there's
right?
Like one night a month that I'm
not saying you're the norm, but it should be, we should understand that y'all's hormones fluctuate so much more than ours do during a month.
You should.
We're more stable in our hormonal levels.
Yes.
Y'all's go
all
and
over,
then crash and then back.
All over the fucking place, yeah.
Well, and I think too, it's like, you know, I know when both my kids were little, they're only like 2 years, 9 months apart. But I know it's just like, oh my God, everybody wants something from me. Can I just not have them at
it?
Yes.
I've seen that look on Brooke's face before.
And I hated to want him in there, but it was just like one more person.
I've seen that look without ever being said.
I think I said that to you last night when, like, right after I put him to bed and I came in the bedroom and you said something to me. I was like, can somebody not need something from me for 2 fucking seconds?
No, I think you just wanted to say that. I don't think you actually said it, but I can see it on your face when you.
I didn't say it out loud. Sorry.
No, I don't think so.
I might have
said it with my eyes, maybe.
I mean, that's fair. Mom's got a shit ton on their plates. I get that.
And it's not that you're super needy, but it's like on those days where Gunner's just up my ass all day and like.
Of course. I'm not an idiot.
I love him so much, but good gracious, sometimes I'm like,
oh, I know.
Fuck, child.
And those are the times where, as a husband, right, I know that you want to bang your wife, and that's healthy, and you should. But on a day like that, where she's an obvious animal, you know, if she's had it up to here, you got to give her a reprieve. Hopefully.
I think it was sex that you wanted the other night. I literally had just gotten out of the shower, and you were like, "You need to just not put clothes on," and I was like, "Great." I need to not do something else for somebody. Like, and I mean, I think I said it sarcastically, but I was kind of being serious. But
it very well could have been.
But I still did it anyways.
Very well could have been. And that's not, then you weren't serious enough. Because I've seen it on your face before where I've made a mental note. No sex tonight. Like Melissa's describing. I could see it without you ever even saying it.
Yeah, that's a special circumstance. Yeah. Where I'm just like, I'm fucking done.
Oh, yeah, one more person touches me.
Right.
Or needs something. Yeah.
Right. Needs something or grabs something on me.
But it does happen.
Oh, for sure. It's not very often, but like there's just some special days where I'm just like, I'm done.
All right. Well, this is the last question, and this will put us right at an hour, so it's perfect. Okay. Mm-hmm. But sorry about that halfway burp I just put in y'all's face.
Directly in the microphone.
That was pure beer and vodka. I don't know. It tasted terrible.
Disgusting. It just sounds like it smells bad.
But I
feel like we've bonded now.
I'm glad I'm across the table from you. Babe.
This is a great question that I think everyone should have an idea of an answer to, but I'm not one of those people. How much arguing is acceptable in a relationship? Tough question.
I mean, that's tough.
What's the point where you're like, we fight too fucking much, I'm out of here? Is there a point of that?
That varies. I mean, some people it's like bickering all the time. That can wear you down. Or, I don't know. I mean,
as a woman, Melissa, how bad is it if a man is just a needy, whiny nitpicker?
I would not stick around to find out. I can't tolerate that. No. And, you know, in some couples, I know you've probably seen them. We've seen them. They do nothing but pick at each other. And that's their way of communicating. And I couldn't handle it.
It drives me. I can't even hang out with people like that. Where I'm like,
it kills us both.
Oh, my God.
It makes me all full of anxiety. I just like, oh, my God.
That's exactly how it is.
Yes. We've been with people like that where we get in the car and I'm like, oh my God.
We've said that.
Like, we can never be like that.
Anxiety is the better word. I've always said, like, their energy makes me feel so bad. Yeah. But it is.
It's like, do they not have a normal conversation? It's just, I know I can think of a couple in particular like that. And it's just, we're never doing that again.
I mean, I get every couple's going to have fights, right? Like, totally get it. And, you know, you might have some good friends that one night they have that weird fight and it's uncomfortable and you're like, all right, well, we're leaving. And that was weird.
But there's some people that it's just all the time.
Yeah, to me, it's when one of them is so needy for attention.
Yeah.
And then usually the other one is so passive aggressive in their replies. It's just gross.
I mean, I think it's an individual thing that somebody picking at me like that is not going to last very long.
No.
Well, no, all the strong women I've known, that's like usually their pet peeve. Like you'll see a woman bounce like, I'm out, man. I'll take a lot of shit, but you're a whiny little bitch, man, and I can't have that.
No.
And it's just like, you will take that somewhere else because it's not going to be here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm not having it. If somebody wants to pick at me, they need to go do it somewhere else. It's not going to happen here.
Yeah,
because I am so much fun to be around. I can't imagine anybody would ever want to fight with me.
I am a fucking delight. All right,
I am a fucking delight. Fucking delights unite is the hashtag.
Exactly.
Brooks she will punch you in the face if you want it. Clearly, my wife wants to punch me in the face.
I don't want to punch you in the face, baby. But if you asked me to, I would do it because I love you.
I would never ask.
I know
can't believe that.
I'm not. I would never. I don't want to. No, but
please don't. And if I ask you to in some kind of drunken rage, say no.
Oh, that's happened before. Not during sex, but it was drunk.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know, but
you don't remember. That was the whole when you punched your dashboard. Oh, my birthday, Havana Club.
I don't remember.
You
that
remember
at
that
all.
night? Yeah.
No,
you don't remember that night.
No.
You remember me telling you about that night.
You've told me everything that happened. That was a legendary night. Good God.
That sounds like one hell of a birthday.
It was, yeah.
It was a doozy.
That was
inappropriate.
I think we were supposed to have been broken up after that. Because I remember Marshall even called me the next morning and was like, "Are you guys okay?" And I was like, "I don't think so." And then you woke up and were like, "Hey, babe." I was like, "Whoa, what is happening?"
Yeah, I woke up and was like, "Hey, babe, why does it feel like somebody punched me in the face all night?"
No, and you, I remember you like woke up and you're like, and you looked at your hand and you were like, "What happened?" I was like, "Are you fucking serious?" Because your hand was all busted up because you punched your dashboard and cracked it.
Yeah, that's so stupid. That's
why, Randy, no more drinky vodka.
I know. Yeah,
except for these shots.
Well, yeah, but I used to drink
75
million
vodka tonics.
No, Grey Goose and cranberry.
Oh, see? Oh.
Yeah. No,
and it was like, it would literally be
you.
probably 10, 15 in a night. And
in 30 minutes.
It would be.
Because you just suck them down after the first one. You don't even taste them.
Yeah.
They're dangerous.
But no punching, baby. I love you. I don't want to punch you.
You're still alive.
Yes. A miracle.
Well, that was the last one. I think we saved some relationships.
Yeah, I think we did.
I think so. We changed lives.
I feel like
we put out some good in the world, and our mission is done here.
Yeah, I think that a couple people are going to be sad with our answers of "you just need to leave."
Well,
you gotta go.
But it's the truth.
And how bad do I want to name this episode? Just lick her butthole.
That's totally fair.
I don't think I can, though.
Really
I don't know.
disappointed and sad.
Yeah, you call it butthole because that's what they said, and that's not a dirty word.
Yeah, we'll see.
Butthole. That's the best question. That's the question we dove the deepest into.
That's the question that I'm just
that
like...
or the punch him in the face.
Those
during
two.
Sex.
We're naughty.
I think we were pretty diplomatic with the punch him in the face, though.
Right.
I mean, it's just like, give it a try.
Give it a try.
Yeah, you two shocked me with that.
Give it a whirl.
I was not expecting that from you.
It was the hot and rich. I mean, just fucking try it. If you don't, I mean, you know.
It wasn't even like, I thought it was going to be a way bigger deal and like shock both of you. And you both were like, is that that's the only question?
Why do we have to say no right away?
What's your problem?
Why does she have a problem with that?
Why haven't you punched him?
I know.
Take one for the team and do it.
He's not punching you. Just do it, bitch.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Hell, Brooke and I will come over and just hit him in the face.
We'll just drive by, punch him in the face, and we'll head out. You have sex with him. It's fine.
Yeah, go for it, girl. We've warmed him up for you.
Right.
Well, awesome. Well, all right. Well, we, we love you. And we appreciate you coming on and having fun with us for an hour.
I love you guys, too. It was a lot of fun.
And we will, we'll post all the links and everything to Departure from Logic, too, to tag on to this licking butthole.
Sure. Absolutely. It's just, the whole side of Melissa that nobody ever
It goes
knew.
hand in hand, yeah.
That's the fun part, though.
It is the fun part. It is.
Yeah.
Well, all right, ma'am. Well, we will holler at you later.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Bye. All right.
All right, everybody.
We're out of here.
Go butt fuck yourselves.
And remember,
Fuck yeah.
Hey, punch him in the face.
Try it out. Hey, try it out.
Lick your own buttholes.
Here all night. You want to fuck me? Fuck me.
Hey.
You got to fuck me good. Punch me in the face.
Well, hey, easy.
I'm doing the Tom Segura try it out guy.
Oh, yeah.
Well, try it out.
Try
I'm
it
trailer trash. Come on over.
That's right. Try it
You want to fuck me? Fuck me. But you got to move in or whatever.
Yes. You just get out of jail? It's fine. Try it out. Come
Got
over.
some friends? Come over. Rent free. But you got to fuck me.
Gang bang me in the face and ass. All right. Yeah. And just remember to lick her butthole, guys. If she asks
You're an idiot if you don't try to lick her butthole.
Lick buttholes. Lick your own butthole. All right.
Yeah. You're a dummy if you don't. All right. Y'all fuck yourself for real.
Peace out.